Hello guys, welcome to my first ever running video right here in YouTube. My name is Waimo. I'm originally from Myanmar, but now I'm in Singapore. So today's topic, I'm going to share my 5 kilometer journey from being a very crappy runner to become quite a decent runner. So before I dive into today's video, I'd like to start off by explaining why I make this video. In this platform, as you guys may already know, there are tons of very helpful and useful running videos. Most of these videos are made by either those professional elite runners or basically those people who basically run for a living. So as a non-professional runner and just a part-time runner myself, I decided to make this video to share my journey on how I improve my timing over the course of 1 year. And I like to inspire other people like me who are dealing with 9 to 6 job and at the same time who just enjoy running and who want to improve their timings and whatever running goals they may have. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. So now, let's talk about my running background. I wouldn't consider myself very new to running because in the past I participated in 4 running events before. And for all of these events, right, I never follow any kind of training structure or training plan. 2 to 3 weeks prior to the race day, I would just start running around, just have fun like that. I don't even care about my pace, I have no strategy whatsoever. So 3 of these were 10 kilometer and one of them is a half marathon event. So for the 10 kilometer events, my timings were around between 75 to 80 minutes, which was pretty crappy. And then there's the half marathon. I did this half marathon event in Spain, but the ass is silent. It was probably one of the dumb decisions I ever made in my life, because it was very painful, because 10 kilometer is somewhat still manageable, but half marathon is totally out of this world, I would tell you. And this is pretty much why I kind of stopped running afterwards, because I was scared of the injuries I got. And also because, shortly after this event, I started my job as a full-time software engineer and I was very, very busy. So because of this changes in my life as well, I basically stopped running for like a few years. Now I'm gonna explain how I get back into running again. So in the early 2020, I was going through a hard time. And normally when I go through a hard time, I always turn to sport. Because now, it's also the period of the coronavirus, so I didn't have much choice. So I just decided to go back to running again. So I initially started off with 3 kilometer. And of course, for the first 2 to 3 weeks, I couldn't run for 3 kilometers straight without stopping. So my strategy was to run and then walk if I'm tired, and then just continue this until I hit my daily target. Very shortly, I managed to run 3 kilometer without stopping, but timing was quite bad. But soon, I just decided that I want to do a time trial for the 5 kilometer. And this 5 kilometer, I wasn't caring about my timing. I just wanted to complete a 5 kilometer in my life without stopping. That was the goal, guys, without stopping at all. So this time, I was tracking using Samsung Galaxy Fit. I wasn't even using any of those popular running software like running apps like Strava, Runkeeper, so on. So if you look at the screen right now, guys, this is the timing of my first ever 5 kilometer event, which is still pretty bad. And I would say that my actual 5 kilometer would be around 33 minutes because in here it's a little bit more than 5 kilometer. This race is also still painful for me, but I enjoy it, I never stop and I felt so good afterwards and I haven't felt so good in such a long time. That was pretty much when I decided that I'm going to stick back with running again. And then I immediately set my first running goal, which is to hit sub 30 minutes for 5 kilometer. So after this event, I was very motivated, so I just keep on running 3 kilometer as usual. And this time I tried to push myself a little bit to see how much I can handle. So shortly after, I managed to improve my timing. Now I'm getting around 31 minutes and 34, and I was feeling very confident that very soon I will be able to do it. But after this trial, I have to stop for a while because the Ramadan has started and I completely stopped running for 1 month. But during this time, I do a lot of research and I was just focusing on how can I improve my timing during this period. Shortly after Ramadan completed, I immediately get back into running again. And I was feeling very good, I'm like, wow, I haven't run in such a long time. Actually, I was quite worried that I might lose this, feeling of enjoying this run, but luckily it's still there, the fire is still there. So I just run again. And soon, I decided to do my time trial again for my goal, which is to hit sub 30 minute 5 kilometer. And now, as you can see in this picture here, I did it, guys. I managed to hit it in 28 minutes and 51 seconds. I was feeling so good, my first ever 5 kilometer under 30 minutes. Still, it's a pretty crappy timing, I know, guys, but I was very happy. So after this one, I set a new goal, and I give myself until the end of the year to do it, which is to run below 25 minutes. Sub 25 minute for 5 kilometer. So guys, this is about one thing start to go south. Even though I give myself 6 months to complete this goal, I was rushing it like crazy. I'm still not following any type of training structure or whatsoever. So my current goal is this: I will run 3 kilometer, and my today 3 kilometer timing has to be faster than the previous day. So basically every time I run, right, I'm just keep pushing myself to my limits, you know. I didn't have any recovery day or a recovery run, slow run, nothing like that. So it took a toll on my body, I would say. So without a doubt, I started developing minor injuries. You know, all these injuries ranging from my back pain, my runner's knees, quad pains, you know, hamstring tightness, Achilles tendons, IT band pain, calf pain, everything you name it, I am already experiencing all of it. But I just try to, like, you know, rest it and just apply ice a lot, and I just keep on running. But at the same time, I'm seeing results. As you can see in the next few pictures here, my timings are improving. I'm almost hitting the 25, the benchmark already. So that is pretty much, I decided in September that okay, I'm gonna do a 5 kilometer time trial. Even though I give myself 6 months, I'm gonna do this. And I decided to do this in a track. Okay, first thing first, because I have never run in a proper running track before, so I just go to a track and I just give it my all. And guess what? I managed to get sub 25 and for 5 kilometer. Another training experience for me. And as you can see here, my pace was about around 4 minute 53 kilometer. So I was overwhelmed with my results, and I know before I even made the decision, I know that what's my next goal is going to be. It is going to be sub 20 minute 5 kilometer. This is my ultimate goal, by the way, but I also know that I couldn't immediately get there. Like, I need like 3 sub goal between that. And shortly after this time trial that I did, I started developing a serious injury, which is a tightness and pull in my left hamstring. So with this injury, right, I couldn't run fast and I couldn't run long distances. If I try to attempt any of these, the pain would immediately come back and I have to literally just stop my running already. This was very demoralizing for me, you know, and I felt really devastated. I was very hopeless, and I tried a lot of the traditional Chinese medicines here in Singapore. I tried like 3 different one of them, and I hate to say it, but none of this were helping. Like, it's like I tried so hard and got so far. Just kidding. But it wasn't really helping for me at all, you know. So I couldn't like train myself to become better at all. Then for desperate measure, I would just put it that way. I go around searching for forums and everything, and this is one I saw some people talking and discussing that runners need to incorporate the strength training and have to do foam rolling. So yeah, the next day I go and bought the foam roller, and I pretty much start rolling it. It was painful. I mean, the foam rolling experience, the first time I ever did in my life, it was a painful experience, but I have to admit it's actually effective, you know, very effective, I would say. Yeah. So, and then I also start doing strength training, and the type of exercise I did, maybe I will share in my upcoming videos, you know, let's see. So shortly after, I tried to resume running again, and I was, to my surprise, I felt much better, you know, like the pain was getting better, and you know, I managed to run long distances again after quite a while. But this time, I decided that I'm gonna follow a new proper training plan. Now it's around the end of 2020 already. So for 2021, I set a new goal. So which is to run 100 kilometer a month, and every week I will run 3 days. So it was gonna be a tempo run, speed workout intervals day, and a very long slow run. So this is gonna be my new training plan, and I'm gonna stick to it. And every other day, I will try to do strength training, or I will do cross training like swimming or biking, which I actually did as well. So to my prediction, after the first few days, I actually got some minor injuries, but luckily I able to manage it, because I never run this hard and this much in my life before, so this was quite predictable. So it took me about, I think, 3 to 4 weeks, and then for me to get familiar with this type of training that I'm doing. So once I am accustomed to this new training plan that I'm following, new goal, guys. This is then I set a new timing, which is to hit sub 23-minute 5 km. So this is my new timing. I give myself 1 month to do it, and so before that I start training like crazy. On the day of the trial, I felt so much pressure, you know. I was like really, my heart rate was like pumping, you know. I'm just too excited, and I'm also doubting myself, I would say, even though I train a lot. Like, will I be able to do it? Oh, it was quite remarkable day for me, and yes, I did it. I was super thrilled, very humble, and like very happy with my results as well, because this is pure the results are from my dedication, coming back from injuries, and I felt so good, you know. Then I set a new target, which is to hit around 21 minutes to 22.3 22 and a half seconds there, because as I mentioned previously, my ultimate goal is to hit sub 20 minutes for 5 km, but unfortunately I don't think I can immediately jump this much, and I like to take as much as time possible as well, because I'm very prone to injuries and I don't want to rush anything else at all. So yeah, this is my next step. I'm gonna take it very slow and see how it goes. So guys, this is pretty much about my journey. Apart from 5 km, I of course also run long distances, and I still haven't finished a marathon though, which I'm planning to finish by the end of the year. I'm still training for it. Maybe in my upcoming videos, I will share about my training plan in details, like what are the runs that I did, you know. I'll try to explain more. So with this video, I just hope to inspire my fellow runners who are also dealing with 9 to 6, their normal office job, you know, balancing their family life, their social life, and at the same time running at all. Running is actually a time-consuming process, because you actually need to give quite a amount of time from your life. There will be time for your warm-up, cool down. You know, you cannot skip all of these as well, because if you don't do any of this properly, you're gonna hurt. And yes, guys, if you have any question, I will be happy to answer. Just leave it down in the comments, and I'm very sorry about the background noises around my area. There's actually a construction site going on, so I'm sorry about that, guys. I hope to see you guys in the future videos. Thank you guys, bye.